4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, and welcome to this live stream. I am Terry, and maybe this can be a hangout for fellow travelers, the explorers, we could call ourselves, the ones who are searching and exploring and are curious about the universe we live in and how these things work. Because we forgot, didn't we? We used to know, and then we agreed to, yes, I know I will forget everything, but I will find my way back. That's how I see it in a way. So if these meetings can be a gathering of souls who are exploring, that would be really cool. Please let me know where you're from and say hello if you want to. And you can ask me anything you want, and I will answer any question. And please feel free to tell us, of course, what's going on in your life when it comes to the spiritual aspect of it. So this could be an arena not just for me talking, but for other people sharing as well. Gayatri says hi from India. Nice. Penny says good evening. Hello, Penny. And let me also share with you what's going on in this live stream. I have I've read a really interesting channel message from Sanaya. It's about how our guides see us. And I found it very, very cool. So I'm going to read that message for you. And we'll be doing live healing, of course, if you want to join in, either receive or become one of the transmitters. Yeah. Penny from Sweden. Hello, Penny. Nice country, Sweden. Scorpio says hi. Blessings from Anisha. Thank you. Good afternoon from Northern Illinois. Hello, Sherry D. And Gayatri, I saw your message. I'll come back to that about the marriage thing. If you can hear some thunder, if it sounds like thunder, it is thunder. I'm in Krakow in Poland. It's been really hot today and humid, so I guess the bangs and the lightnings are making the temperature better. Yeah. From UK, hello Scorpio 1425. Great. So Gayatri writes, I'm in a marriage and I really want to come out. Please help me. Yeah, what do you think, guys? What advice would you give to Gayatri? Please write in the chat. You know, if you really want to go out of it, I don't know, of course, the circumstances, but being true to yourself, that's like number one, right? That's like, if you're really sure, then you're sure. Then there's no way back. I think if this is something you have felt for a long period of time, it's not just something that happened in your head right now after you had a fight or something like that, but if it's been constant for a while and you really feel I need to get out of this, yes, do that. But listen to your heart and don't follow my advice, right? Just do what feels right for you. But if you felt it for a long time, yes, that is a clear sign to use that language. And of course, you can intend and ask for help. You can use the speak up method. It's linked down below. Thunder. And basically, you create a solution. You make it open. You create a solution to the problem. in co-creation with your guides and helpers and the universe. Find that very, very, very valuable. Not thinking I have to do everything by myself anymore. Cape Town, South Africa. Anisha Asal. I heard that South Africa has, I think there was the most beautiful motorcycle roads in the world following the coastline there. So that would be something, yeah. From Frankfurt, hello Didati. Silent language from Male Male, I don't know what that means. Anasha, any exciting things happen today? How is Krakow? Is lightning? Yes, it's lightning. It's been a slow Sunday for me, yeah. Watching movies. Watching Ronin. Remember Ronin from 1998? Really classic, cool movie, yeah. Robert De Niro. New R writes, knobhead. Yeah, I love you, Nua. I love you, brother or sister. So let's go to the message, right? I do give, I'm not claiming that I have channeled this. Every time I'm making sure that I'm really clear that this is Suzanne Giesman's work and her guide Sanaya, right? I just get so inspired when I encourage you to go to her website, SuzanneGiesman.com, and you can opt in to get the daily messages from Sanaya, and you will get it in your email. The same things I get. It doesn't cost anything. And it goes on every day. Every single day comes a new message, and it's always great. And of course, some are greater than others. And this is spirit channeling through Suzanne, coming with messages to us. It's fantastic. And I know I've talked about this maybe a little bit too much, but when I find something really valuable, I really don't care. As long as I give credit to Suzanne and Sanaya, I don't care if it's my work or, my ego is thankfully gotten lower than that. So just as long as I give credit, right? So I think this was the message from yesterday. And if I were to write the headline, it was, this is how your guides see you. Yeah. So here's the message. See your guides as acolytes. I had to look that up. It is entities following a leader. See your guides as acolytes, those who serve an important person. That person is you. They are here to assist you on your earthly journey. And how do you serve them? By allowing them to do their job, by asking them for their assistance with all tasks, big and small, by turning to them when you have questions and listening for insights they bear, by knowing that you need not bear all or any of your challenges alone. Allow them to do the heavy lifting of your burdens, these beings who are always present with you. You do not sense them? No matter. Do as we have suggested and see how that changes things for you. You are so very loved. End of message. Isn't that cool? See your guides as acolytes, those who serve an important person. That person is you. And I'm guessing now, why are you so important? Because you're here. You said yes to this assignment, to this mission. to this exploration, to this journey, to this path, to go to this planet, knowing you would forget everything, knowing it will be really hard times and good times, and knowing that the combination of your ego and free will can take you far away from the light, right? You can go down a dark path if you wanted to, and if the ego takes over. So you're a badass soul. You raised your hand and said, yes, I want to do that, because we learn so much and grow so fast when we are here. That's the theory, right? So I think it's so cool, so cool. And of course, this resonates with me because this is what I believe in and what I talk about on my channel, right? So maybe if you opt in, leave your email to receive the emails, right? Maybe you will have different responses to other types of messages. All I can tell you is that Suzanne is an evidence-based medium. She demands evidence when she's helping people from spirit. There is no way she could Google or do anything else to find out. So she's the real thing. So that's a good source if you want to get information from spirit, Suzanne Gisman. Yeah, let's look at some more. Yeah, I'll go through it. Liz from Austin, Texas. Hello, I've been there, Liz. Really nice town. Yeah. I went to a town called Athens, not that far away from Austin, and drove a motorcycle. It's always coming back to motorcycles, right? But I rented a Harley Davidson and rolled around in Texas. It's really green. I did not know it would be that green. Really, really beautiful Texas, yeah. Sharon, it's your birthday in 2 days. Yeah, happy birthday. Anasha Asal writes, thank you for introducing Jonas to us. Very grateful. Yeah, happy to help. That's the healer we talk about on the channel sometimes, a very connected healer. When will we change? Okay, right, now let's talk about the contradictions in the Bible. I don't have any information about that, no. Yeah, and Scorpio writes, what's the page to get to the messages, please? It is, so if you Google Suzanne with a Z, yeah, Suzanne Gisman.com. If you Google Suzanne Gisman, you will find it. Yeah, and maybe you need to look at her page somehow and just find the page where you can opt in, leave your email, and you will get the messages from Sanaya. And when will we change, writes, or do you just ignore the parts you don't like? Well, I like everything, Sanaya writes, and I believe it to be true, what comes through there, but I don't ignore it, but I can't read Sanaya messages in every video. That wouldn't be cool. So, and I don't ignore it, but some messages speak louder to me than others. That's just natural, right? Yeah. Cape Town, hello. Yeah. From Colorado, hello. It's your soulmate for eternity. I don't know if that's it. Well, it's an interesting topic. The greatest command, and the second writes, who is your soulmate for eternity? Does she drive around wasting her money? Yeah. So the rest of it is maybe not that serious, but the soulmate thing is I find that quite fascinating. I do. I've lived alone for ages now, and I might be something happening to me early in life that is a result of that. So what do I want to share here? Not to be too private. I think let's put it this way. If you feel that in order to be whole as a person or a soul, you need a soulmate, you need a partner, my humble opinion is no. If you think that I cannot function, 100% until I find someone who loves me, no, I would say no to that. I've been in a relationship, a loving relationship, and it's fantastic. It's much better than being alone. But I would rather be alone than be in a relationship which is not, giving me value, so to speak. But I think self-love, if you really think I need to have that partner in order to be happy, I respectfully disagree with you. I think we should work on the self-love first, and then you will become a much greater partner also. If you have two people in a relationship that is trying to fill holes in themselves by feeling love from another person, that might not end well, right? But if you feel whole in yourself before you go into a relationship, well, that's like a bonus thing. Yeah. Bruce writes his question about the thoughts of human being as an alien species has colonized the planet 2 million years ago. Yeah, I've seen some some, I don't know, you can call them documentaries, but I've seen some videos about that, and I really don't know, man. I do think that we don't know everything about our past, let's put it that way, and that many things can be possible. I don't think archaeology and our written history shows us the truth. No, I don't think that is the case. I think there's much more. Anyone want to share something from your life? Bryce sending love and healing. Thank you. Good morning from New Zealand. Chris Green. Nice to see you, man. Grete says hi. Hello. I made a video once with the title something about not being happier after awakening than before. What are your thoughts on that? Are you happier now? I'm talking to the parts of the audience that feel that they have awakened spiritually. Are you happier now than you were before the awakening? If you haven't been awakened your whole life. For many of us, it happens when we're adults, right? I think I was happier before. Still happier before. I'm much happier now than I was in the beginning during the dark night of the soul and everything. So I'm much happier now than I was when that was going on. But if I jump to before that again, when I thought spirituality were just some weird people I didn't look down on them or thought it was stupid or something. I had no connection to it. It was like another, well, those people, it's not my life, and I didn't think about that at all. But so just to finish that, I think I'm quite sure. If you count the amount of smiles during a day, that's kind of a nice, okay way. Maybe not scientific, but it's a kind of a good way to measure happiness, right? How many times do you smile during a day? And I'm quite sure I smiled a lot more before this. Let's see what you guys answered. So the question was, are you happier now than you were? And Penny says yes. Gail writes, no, I am not. I feel lost. Yeah. I'm not. Gail writes also, I'm not sure what is my way to go. Yeah. Chris Green, New Zealand, much happier now, as so many things are explained and make sense. Yeah. Yeah. Hannah writes, what's awakening? Please explain. Yeah, wonderful question. And maybe I should have explained that. And I guess it's different from person to person, Hannah, but awakening is when you start to realize that this world is different than you thought. And that when we don't die, when we so-called die, we don't die. We go back to where we came from. We go back to being a soul in the universe, so if you will, in the spirit world. Well, this is also the spirit world, but yeah, no, it's that theory, right? That you live several lives, reincarnation. It's that theory, and we're starting to realize that and to live, maybe have those values and stuff like that. Yeah. JF writes, going through Dark Night of the Soul right now, yeah, being aware of current life trauma, family abuse, and also a certain similar pattern through past lives. Seems like it's now a time to end this pattern. Yeah, yes. Gail writes, it was more clear. When I go with the flow, I have to find my own way. Anesha writes, sometimes I miss my family and friends. Yeah, I don't know exactly what you mean by that, but for many, you switch friends and sometimes not so much contact with family because your values change. And yeah, absolutely. Penny writes, I had a brain tumor 10 years ago that shook me to the core. That was the beginning of my wakening up. Yeah. A figure in public writes, have you wondered at night if this is all life has to offer? Yes. After awakening, that's easier. Yeah. So maybe I was a little hasty. I stand by the amount of smiles. There are less now than it used to be, but I'm not afraid of death anymore. I'm sure I will be afraid in the moment of dying, but the idea of dying is more like an adventure to me now. And all the things that I felt, is this, like you write here, right? Is this everything? Now I know it's not. So I have something to look forward to. But we really shouldn't end this before we go, right? Because that's don't do that. This life is important. So don't mistake this for just being some dream that doesn't matter. That is not correct in my view. This is real. You're not dreaming. You're a part soul having this experience. It's not a dream. It's real. But you won't, and your experiences here are important. You grow so much, you grow so fast, and also others, the universe benefits from you being here. And it's quite rare that, you are a badass soul coming here. So don't end this too soon, don't do that. Don't do that. It is real and it is important. Really, yeah. So, yeah, no, okay, back to, so, okay, there are less smiles, but of course I'm more calm now, and I have I don't have a lot of fear anymore. So there are really good things about awakening, but maybe not the amount of smile. Maybe you work on that, of course. Yeah. So I wouldn't change it back. That's not what I'm saying. So Hannah writes, so awakening is just understanding what is really going on. Yeah, that's great, Hannah. That's exactly what it is. Cracking the code, if you will. Yeah. Yeah, you have a way to cut through the BS and really point out the essence. Really good, yeah. Penny writes, has not been dancing on roses. I've been in really dark places as well. Yeah, Gail writes, one feels alienated from friends and family. Yeah. Yeah, Gail also writes, death has lost its power. Yes. JB, easier no, different yes, but understanding that what was before was just a habitual thinking, and the new knowledge I have now just need to practice more, maybe same for others, sure. Chromatic writes, you mentioned group healing some weeks back, and the thought of an experiment, I'll need to... Okay, so did an experiment with friends. Healing was sent to a village, a water well, sent specific day each week. Social problems went away. Nice. Andrea writes, we're here to make this experience the best. Yes. Chris writes, yes, it can be a lonely path. Absolutely. When friends and family are not awakened. So I thank the universe for Terry and others I found on the web who is like-minded and searching souls. Yeah. Thank you to you too, Chris. Yeah. Gail agrees with Chris. Irene writes, looking for hope. And at least one whole day of not seeing or hearing certain politicians all day, many times. Thanks for the distraction. Yeah. Yeah, and the news, I don't think it's good for us to watch the news too much. I do think it's important to stay updated on world events. But you can stay quite updated by checking the news twice a day, right? You will get the headlines. Yeah, I don't think it's good to have that input all the time. Yeah, so like leaving the radio, news or TV station on the whole day in background, I don't think that's good. No, I wouldn't do that. I used to do that. I don't do it anymore. Gail, why stay updated? Yeah, maybe, yeah, well, we're a part of this world, this experience, and knowing what's going on is might make us feel even more alienated if we don't have the headlines. In my, it's all lies, right? Yeah, sure, probably. Irene writes, Anne Murray's song, Nobody Got Shot Today. Nice message. I haven't heard that. But if you're thinking of news, that would be a cool news headline. No, but that you can never see that, right? Nobody got shot today. Yeah, wonder if they could lead with that in the news. Yeah. It's always conflict and negative, right? Anesha Asal writes, true Chris, I'm the only one in my family and friends who awaken, just planting small seeds and give them love. Yes. Irene writes, it's an old Canadian song, yeah. And about telling friends and family about what you're going through. I think many people come to the same conclusion that no. You maybe you're like me, you started out trying to explain and to tell people, because this is a big thing in your life and you want to share it with people, right? But you see, often, maybe most of the times, people just does not go well. Either it scares them a little, or they're not interested, or they think you went crazy. Either way, it's not very effective to talk to people about this unless they ask. If they ask questions, great. But if they don't, and you can see fast how they react to this if you start talking about it. So what I did, I found people, like-minded people in my area. And that was wonderful, wonderful. That was a game changer for me when it comes to happiness, and not feeling so alienated and not feeling so strange and weird. Because if you're the only one, you know, part of you, well, my critic anyway, told me still tells me I'm quite weird. Margaret Kelly writes, I am prior to thought, prior to sensation, and prior to even subtle energy patterns. Witness as this. Yeah. Sounds like Jay, I think. Great. I am prior to thought, prior to sensation, and prior to even subtle energy patterns. Yes. Hannah writes, it makes so lonely to try to talk to people about it. Yeah. So, yeah, finding like-minded people. You know, it's there's spiritual people everywhere, right? Yeah. Go to maybe not, maybe yoga. I don't know. Many people do yoga without being spiritual, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. Gail writes, you can't speak butterfly to a caterpillar. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's important not to judge family and friends who don't understand this at all. They're just on another, haven't, you know, it's not better or worse, it's just different places, right? And we're all part of the same thing. So, yeah. To be respectful of people who are in different places. Yeah. Crow, my family doesn't believe in what I believe, but at the same time, I'm seeing the science side and taking them to the right places anyway. Love the way universe works. Yes. Seeing the science side. Yeah, of course. And if you start looking at quantum physics, you know, that I don't claim to understand quantum physics, but the theories in quantum physics do, you know, combine with some of this thinking. So maybe in the future, yeah. Penny writes, take pride in being a unicorn. Yes, yes. We're all in this together, writes Andrea. So true, so true. Hannah writes, I can't go anywhere because I'm ill, so I depend on the few people around me. Yes, so yeah, absolutely don't push them away. And if they're not interested in your awakening, just stop talking about it and find some other people online or in real life if you want to. Rich from Atlanta, great. I agree, my family is aware of my awakening. It happened as a child. And not discuss this, yeah, not discuss this now, although accepted as my grandfather was also awakened, yeah. We're all on our own journeys, right, Gail? Greetings from Washington, Linwood. Anesha Asal writes, I ask my team, my guides to connect and show me right and loving way on YouTube, and magic happens. Okay, so let me just look at that message again. I ask my team, my guides, to connect and show me right and loving way on YouTube. Okay, yeah. You ask them to guide you on YouTube. Cool. Yeah. Very cool. Yeah. M11 writes, I'm new here. What kind of awakening are we talking about? It's spiritual awakening. Yeah, I talked a little bit about earlier. So when the recording is up and running, it happens automatically when I shut it down. You can get it then. Hypnicity, I don't understand your question, so I cannot answer it with a hermit mode. Yeah. Okay. This was I felt and that I did not plan on asking that question. If you're happy now, but I felt it ended up in some good comments, and it felt good. I feel better anyway, so thank you for that. So we'll do the healing thing. I will sit here and I will open up the healing energy to do its magic here or in Poland or in Africa or Hong Kong. I have no idea what it's doing. And you can do the same if you want to. You just close your eyes and you speak or think, I hereby allow the healing energy to work through me. Boom, that's how you do it. And you can also, if you don't want to do that, you can receive the healing. You just, well, by sitting there, you have given the green light, but you can also speak it, I hereby allow the healing energy to work on me or something like this. So it's only your intention to saying that it's okay to either it go through you, because we're not the healers, right? The healing energy is the healer. We're just opening up for like being the grounding point on earth. And you can just sit there and think about, you can think about things, or you can even better, I guess, do kind of a meditation. I sit on the throne with the J method when I do this. And some of you will feel burning in your hands when the energy goes through, which is nice because it's a kind of a confirmation. So maybe Jackie also is with us today. And this is an experiment, just a way to finish the live stream in a nice energy. And I won't speak anything. I'll just end the live stream and you can sit in the energy for as long as you want. Yeah. So thank you for keeping me company tonight, European time anyway. And I'll see you live in a week. And yeah, I hereby allow the healing energy to work through me.